Hey guys, my name is Clifton and welcome to another bourbon review. Today we're going to be reviewing Elmer T. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, this is not my first time filming this video. I actually recorded this whole review yesterday, and when I went to edit it today, I realized that I forgot to unmute my microphone. So the entire review is silent, and I am so angry, but you know what? Maybe it's good I'm giving it a second try. And of course, yesterday I compared it to Blanton's, and out of that now, so can't do that. But I do remember it comparatively, so I'll bring that up a little bit. But first, I want to say thank you to Brian Allred. I'm actually trying his sample, so I don't have to open my bottle. I actually got my bottle a few months ago at a liquor store for a really good deal. I paid $40 for it. I want to hold on to it at least for a while, see if it goes up in value, maybe trade it in the future. But I've been wanting to try it so bad, so I am so thankful for Brian to send me a sample of it. Definitely happy to take a second pour of it today. So Elmer T. Lee is actually from Buffalo Trace, so it's from the same distillery as Blanton's, and it's actually pretty much the same juice. It's almost the exact same age. It's like 7 to 8 years. It used to be age stated, but it is 90 proof, whereas Blanton's is 93 proof. And Blanton's is slightly higher price point, about $10 to $15 more, just MSRP. So I thought it'd be cool to kind of compare this directly with the Blanton's again yesterday, and see kind of how it stands up. So I'm gonna give it a second try. Blanton's has always been one of my favorites. I have had 5 bottles of it. So I love Blanton's. So I thought, you know what, this stuff is supposed to be $10 to $15 cheaper. Now, of course, you know, it's sold secondary for like $150. So we'll see if it's worth the $150, but I'm also going to be fairly comparing it to like what the MSRP on it is. So supposedly the only difference between these two is the rick house. So I think they're from completely different rick houses, or even different parts of the same rick house. It's kind of unclear online. They don't release very much about these. I do know that they are single barrel products, and Blanton's was created by master distiller Elmer T. Lee. So this is kind of his namesake, but Blanton's was actually his creation. So this was done in tribute to him. He passed away in 2013. So yeah, I just thought it'd be kind of cool to compare them. I have a pour of it right here. So right off the bat on the nose, you get a lot of similar notes you would get to Blanton's if you've had Blanton's. You get the typical, I guess, bourbon Buffalo Trace nose you get on all of their products. But I get a lot of corn, like way more corn than I've ever gotten on a bourbon, unless it's like a straight corn whiskey. Blanton's, I get a lot of like spice, like a lot of rye spice. These are their high rye mash bill. I get a lot of the corn on this, and I'm wondering if it's potentially because either it was like at a different part of the rick house, so it was, you know, hotter temperatures, lower temperatures, or maybe it's just younger. Like I said, they don't release the age statement on either of these. I've never gotten so much corn on a bourbon. So let's see if it carries through with the taste. Yeah, it tastes like if you've had like a corn whiskey, whether it's mellow corn or like Balcones, or there's all these distilleries that are releasing corn, like 100% corn whiskeys. I'm surprised that I don't get a lot of the rye, even though it's their high rye mash bill. There is some, like on the finish, you get a lot of those, like, you know, I guess minty in a way, like dill spices. But it's definitely a bourbon. It was definitely a corn whiskey, that's for sure. But yeah, and compared to the Blanton's, like I said, I don't have another pour of it. But yesterday I was noting that the Blanton's feels, even though it's three proof higher, which doesn't really make that much of a difference. But Blanton's, when you drink it, it's a lot spikier. So this, on the other hand, it's the way it coats your mouth is such a smooth, like, I guess mellow, a really balanced, I guess that's the best way to say it. What's kind of interesting is once this hits your mouth, if you wait like a couple seconds, you get a really nice wave of oak. Not like an old, like really old whiskey, but you get a lot of oak on there. And I don't think I ever got that on Blanton's, which is interesting because it's supposedly a little older. It's really sweet, which is similar to Blanton's. I think they're both really sweet whiskeys. But I don't know, whatever they did to this one, they're both single barrels, so I know there's a little variance between them, just within the Blanton's line, within the Elmer T. Lee line. I think this barrel of Elmer T. Lee probably would beat Blanton's side by side. Now, Blanton's has more going for it. One, it comes in this cool-ass bottle. But two, you know, it's kind of, I have always considered Blanton's kind of like a special occasion whiskey. It looks nice, you keep it on your shelf, you pull it out for guests. It has that going for it. And the flavors are more, I guess, dynamic with the Blanton's. So like I said, it's kind of like spikes. So you get the rye spice up front, and then you get like a really sharp oak, but it's a really flavorful, really cool mouth experience. Whereas Elmer T. Lee is more subdued. I like drinkable whiskeys. I mean, I like crazy, old whiskeys like Knob Creek Single Barrel, but at the same time, there's something really delightful about this. And for what is supposed to be a $40 or $50 bottle, I would absolutely pick it up for that price. I think it's a great pour. Would I pay the high secondary price for this just to get my hands on it? No, not at all. Yeah, I just keep coming back to the glass because it smells so good and it tastes great too. So hopefully this review wasn't too depressing. Like I said, I'm bummed out that I lost all of the audio from my last review, but I think I still covered pretty much everything I was going to say here. It just wasn't my first impressions of it. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you like bourbon reviews like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button because you'll be notified when I go live. I try to go live every Tuesday, so love to hang out with you guys. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye.